Hey, everybody, what's up, Anthony Morrison here, and welcome to tonight's Success Connection. I will get my camera on as soon as possible. Let's see if that will work. Maybe that works. There we go. I've got Brett and Nick on here with me to make sure that my audio and my video looks okay. We were testing, and GoToWebinar earlier today was just having all kinds of wacky issues. So hopefully we don't have any and don't experience any of those tonight during our training. So super excited to have you all here. Thank you all for missing, skipping, or continuing to miss the first game of the NFL season tonight. To be here with me. I know not all of you follow football, but football is always king on Thursday nights. So once football starts up, the Success Connection automatically becomes competition with the NFL, and it's hard to beat the NFL. You know what I mean? That's a tough one. But tonight I've got something awesome in store for you guys. Something I think you're going to love. Something that is going to be very beneficial, very educational, and also very practical, right? You're going to see this. What I'm about to teach you is stuff that you're going to see, right? Like you're going to see it pretty much, I would say, probably almost always when you're online. And so I'm excited to be able to share it with you and just be able to teach you how some of these things are done, right? So we're going to talk about OTOs, upsells, and how those work, how those can truly help you to have more success online. But first and foremost, I want to welcome all of you that are new to the Success Connection. If this is your first time with us, thank you so much for being here. We're always appreciative of having you and having each and every one of you here. For the people that are new, the Success Connection is kind of a place that we created that pretty much just allows anybody, every one of my students, to be here and to learn and to do the same thing. You know, we all have, a lot of you have different programs, different products, right? You might have Partner with Anthony. Some of you might have just recently signed up for my YouTube masterclass for organic free traffic from YouTube. Some of you may have our ambassador program. Like, there's people with all different types of programs, right? But the one thing that we have in common is that, as I've said before, I'll say it again, and I'll say it 100,000 more times while you follow me, if you choose to keep following me and listening to me, is that making money on the internet is all about just really two things: traffic and profitable offers, profit centers, right? You got to have traffic and you got to have profit centers. And as long as you have traffic and profit centers, and you can put those two things together, you can make money, whether that mechanism is through a webinar or a funnel or via sale or whatever the case may be. Money is made when you basically help people find what it is that they're trying to buy on the internet, right? And so even though a lot of you here, especially those of you that are new, have different programs and products of ours, it doesn't mean that we can't all learn the same thing together in one place. And that's what we do on the Success Connection. Because what we learn here and what you learn here, you can implement and you can use across any part of your business, right? And with any product, program, service, training, software, whatever that we sell that you may have, this will work with it, right? So it's a great place to kind of come together, all learn the same thing, and build businesses, right? So we build businesses together. That's the MO here. That's what we do. It's business building, right? And we do it for you, but then we also do it with you, which I think is also exciting, right? And important part of the process. And then, of course, for those of you that are existing students and have been here with me for a long time, thank you for continuing to support me and continuing to support our mission here, which is truly to teach people, educate people, and show people how you can really use this internet thing to make real money, right? And I want to start tonight off, and look, I've got a great training for you. I've got pages to give to you. I've got assets to give to you. I mean, I've got stuff that really and truly can and will, I believe anyway, help you to, be successful. But I also want to be able to share with you, some of the things that I've learned, right? And some of the stuff that that I feel is super important. And I see a lot of this, right? And I just want to address it. You know, I see a lot of people that haven't started, right? And the reason they haven't started is because they say, hey, look, I'm trying to get great at this. I'm trying to understand this to the fullest capacity. I need to know it in and out, left and right, all of these things before I can actually do it, right? And it's almost like you want to be great before you start. How many of you feel like you want to be great at this before you actually started? How many of you feel that way? Just say yes. All right, I see lots and lots and lots of yeses. Very good. I'm going to try to show you something on my phone. We'll see if you can see it though. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but I hope that you will. Let's see. Let's see if that shows up. That's a quote that's on the wall in my office, okay? And it says, you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. And I think this is a perfect quote for tonight. I want you to all look at this, okay? Look, so many people spend all of their time trying to learn how to do something at such a high level that they consider themselves great at it, right? Without ever starting. So you're great in theory, like in your mind, you're great. But let me ask you this. Would any of you, how many of you would rather, okay, be operated on by a doctor who has straight A's through medical school, right? And let's just say he's in their medical school and in 4th year of residency. In other words, never actually done anything, just seen it on books and paper and whatever, right? But straight A's, let's just say straight 100s, never missed a question, right? Would you rather be operated on by that person, or would you rather be operated on by the person who had some C's and some B's in medical school, but has been a surgeon for the last 10 years and operated on people for 10 years successfully? Which one of those two people would you rather have operating on you? Right? I see lots and lots and lots and lots of people saying the second person. So what you're telling me is even though the second person started off with C's and B's and never was the straight A student, never was getting 100s on every quiz and every test, you would rather that person operate on you because that person has started, right? That person has experience. That person has actually started doing something. That's what you're saying. And that's the exact perfect analogy to use for your situation right here. You don't want to be the doctor, okay, that spends his career and his life learning how to be a doctor. That's not what you want to do. Because if you never apply what you've learned and you never actually get started using that knowledge, then you're never going to get anywhere. So even if you start off right now as a C marketer, right, or a D marketer, you make some mistakes, you lose a few bucks, right? You hit some roadblocks that you can't figure out the answers to, and you have to start asking questions in our group, or you have to start emailing support or whatever, right? I would rather you do that than to try to wait around until you're perfect, until you know it all to get started. Because so true is it in life that the education that we learn, we can learn at the highest level. We can know it at the highest level. We can be at the top of our class. But when we get out into what people call the real world, we struggle. And we struggle against people who maybe didn't excel quite as well in school as us. But we struggle because the real world is not the same as school, right? How many of you would agree with me on that? Say yes. Right. Well, the same thing happens here. The real world for marketers, it's not the same as just watching the Success Connection 52 times a year, going through a bunch of courses and learning theory. You really learn when you dive in and you applicate, you do and you implement what you're being taught, right? And so I want to encourage all of you to get started, right? Because that's the path to greatness. But sitting around trying to be great before you ever get started will literally have you at a standstill, have you paralyzed before you ever even get a chance to see how you would have done. And that's the reason why on the Success Connection, I try to push you to do this homework, right? I push and I push and I push, right? There's no benefit for me to give you homework and ask you to go build a page and tell you I'll pay you $500 for it. There is zero benefit for me in that other than goodwill, right? Like doing good by our student base, by incentivizing and encouraging you to get out there and do something. Because quite honestly, it just costs me money. I'm not making any money from that. I don't know if any of you have tried to find like the backdoor. I mean, look, I get crazy messages from people all the time, but I don't know if any of you have looked into like the backdoor scheme behind how I'm profiting by buying all of your pages and spending thousands of dollars a month, encouraging you to become a doctor, not just study to be one, right? But there is no model, no scheme, no profits, right? I do this because I know that if I can incentivize you to do something, that you're going to have a much greater chance of success with what you do. And so that's the whole reason I started the Success Connection. It's the whole reason that I continue to do this each and every week. And I really want you to all understand and give yourself permission to make some mistakes, right? And to not be great, but to get started so that you'll be on the path to greatness. How many of you can do that for me? Just say yes. All right, I see lots of yeses. I tell you what, this is what I want you to do. This is more incentivization, okay? I want you to go to our Facebook group right now. You'll see there's a link on here. If you're not already a member, it's the second link on the left side, go.vsc.com/group. But most all of you are members of our group. I want you to go to our group right now, okay? Right this minute, and I want you to make a post, and I want you to say, I give myself permission to get started and be great later, right? I give myself permission to get started and worry about being great later, right? I want to get started so I can get towards greatness, right? I want you to all make that post, and here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to have Nick on our team go in and randomly give away money, right? Randomly give away money while we're live on the Success Connection. He will be replying to some of your comments and saying, hey, you won $25, or you won $15, or you won $100, or whatever. To those of you that post that right now in our Facebook group, I'm live on the Success Connection, and today I give myself permission to get started and worry about being great later, right? It's that important when you put that out there and you truly live by that and you truly believe that, right? Man, I'm telling you, it'll change everything for you. So please do that for me right now. I see lots and lots of people. So how many of you are doing it? Just say yes. Okay. Again, no money making scheme for me on this. This is literally to encourage you and encourage other people, right? Other people are going to see that. There's like over 20,000 people in our Facebook group. They're all going to see this, and they're going to be like, wow, what's going on the Success Connection? I'm going to watch the replay. I'm going to give myself permission to be great. I'm going to give myself permission to just get started and worry about being great later. And that's what helps perpetuate success, okay? So with that said, we'll get off of my rant about personal development, but you know, at the end of the day, my goal is to help you guys be successful, and sometimes it really does take shifting what's up here to match the input that you're putting in, right? You're putting so much in, you've got to match that with output, right? And that's the key is action, right? Not just education. And I know a lot of people focus on education because why? Because they sell education. So they're like, just keep learning. Just keep buying courses. How many times have you guys heard me tell you, stop buying courses? At least 100. I've said, focus on what you have and implement what you are learning. And once you implement what you're learning, okay, go buy another course. But don't just stack courses up like unread books, right? That's not going to do you any good. So please follow my lead on this. I promise you, I only push you in the correct direction, okay? All right, with that said, let's talk about tonight OTOs, okay? And no, this is not to be mistaken with any of the lyrics from Drake's song, I know most of you probably don't even know what that is. And you're like, Anthony, don't make Drake references. But OTOs, okay? These are otherwise known as OTO equals one, why can't I spell tonight? One time only, okay? One time only. So this is essentially an upsell, okay? Now, why do we have upsells? Can anybody tell me? Just put it in the chat box for me. That's right, people say to make more money. Yeah, probably so. Let me give you like some numbers, okay? And actually, I'm going to give you Partner with Anthony numbers because a lot of you have Partner with Anthony or bought Partner with Anthony or whatever. So let me just give you some Partner with Anthony numbers. Partner with Anthony, okay? Gosh, struggling tonight. All right. Partner with Anthony, $7 buyers, and Partner with Anthony, $97 buyers. Okay, so you guys know two options when you buy Partner with Anthony. Okay, about 30% of the people will take this option right here, and 70% take this option. Okay, $7 versus $97. So $7, it's $7 a month. Okay, versus $97 one time. All right. So how do we get our average order value? Okay, if that was the only thing in our funnel, meaning if all we sold was that one product, what is our average order value? What is the average amount of money that we get when somebody places an order? Well, it's real simple. You just do 30% of 97, which that would equal $29.10. And then you do 70% of $7, which is $4.90. So you add that to $29.10, and your average order value is $34. Okay? Does anybody need some help going back through how I got to that number? Because this is important. Does anybody need any help? Okay. Another simple way to get your average order value, like on the front end, would literally be to say, okay, if I have 10 orders, okay, then if 70% of them are at $7, I just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if 30% are at 97, then I would do 3, so 97, 97, 97, right? And I would add all these up. I mean, this is truly how this is done, right? So 7 times 7, that's 49, plus 97, plus 97, plus 97. All right, that's $340. Okay, and there were 10 orders, so 340 divided by 10 is $34 per order. Okay, that's our average order value. That's how we get to it. Okay, that's our average order value. All right, now you guys all know when I run Facebook ads and such to generate sales for Partner with Anthony, we have what is called, and we'll just kind of draw a line here. We'll say in advertising, what we measure is our CPA, which equals our cost per acquisition. Okay. In other words, what does it cost me to acquire a customer? How much money am I spending? Okay. Well, my average cost per conversion to get a buyer is it fluctuates between $50 and $70 CPA. So this is what I'm spending to get a buyer. So it's not hard for you to figure out and do the math, okay? If I'm spending, say, $50 to get a buyer, but I'm only making back $34, right? Well, then obviously I'm losing $16. So my metrics would be somewhere between losing $16 per order, okay, all the way up to if my CPA is $70, so it's costing me $70 to get an order, I could be losing up to $36 per order, okay? So I'm somewhere between these two numbers in losses. So that means on 10 orders, I'm going to lose $160, okay? $160 to $360 loss on 10 orders of Partner with Anthony. Now, can any of you explain to me why in the world that business model makes any sense? And this, by the way, you know, we're creating this funnel for you guys, right? So if we just scroll back up here, way back to the very top, and we go back through here, and we say, okay, look, you're giving away this free thing, right? To get people to opt in. And by the way, you get all these funnels for free. So if you're new tonight, brand new, and you're like, wait a minute, Anthony, what's going on? I don't know what you're talking about. It's okay. We'll give you all those details. You'll have all that information, and you'll have it all very shortly, okay? So worry not, we got you covered there. But we do look for, and we say, okay, free, okay? Then we send people over here to this funnel right here, okay? Second funnel, which is basically phase 2, right? Where we talked about we sell something inexpensive. We want to get people in the door. We want to get them excited about working with us. We want to give them a ton of value, okay? Well, in this particular funnel, okay, we have our front end offer, which is sold right here, okay? I'm sure you guys can see this. Let's see. Yeah, I'm kind of putting these brackets around it here, okay? That's where we're selling, like, just say the $7 or the $97, okay? The front end offer. You'll notice we have this little thing right here, this OTO, which is a one-time only offer. We put this here with the intention of raising our average order value, okay? We want to raise our average order value. That's what you're going to want to do. I'm going to give you the OTO framework page tonight, completely free. And the whole point of this is to raise the AOV. That's all we care about, is raising the average order value, okay? Raise the average order value, make more money when somebody buys your product. So if we look at this, okay, if we add in an OTO, all right, a one-time only offer that's, let's just say, $197, okay? So now what happens is when people come through what we call your front end sales page, okay, which we gave you last week. I'm going to give you my version of copy for it tonight, and then I'm also going to give you the version that I bought last week from a student, right? So you're going to get some sales pages. When people come through that sales page, instead of sending them over here to what we call the thank you page, okay, and being done, instead of doing that, what we do is we send them to an OTO page, okay? And this is where this $97 offer, or this $197 offer, lives. This is where the $197 offer is pitched and sold, okay? Only way you see it is if you buy the front end offer. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. Now, what should it convert at? Honestly, your guess is as good as mine. No funnels are the same. Anybody that tells you this should be 20% is crazy, because it all depends on what the offer is and how much that offer supports what they just bought. How congruent is it? How in line with it? However you want to say it, it's got to work with and support the initial offer, okay? So let's just do some quick math. Let's say that you have 10 buyers, okay? And those 10 buyers are usually worth $340. Remember, $34 AOV. All right, let's just say that you have 20% take OTO at $197. Okay, well, that means you're going to get 2 buyers, right? That means you're going to pull out of that, you're going to pull 2 buyers. All right, is everybody good with that? Everybody understand that? All right. Well, that is 300. Struggling. That is $394 in revenue. Do you realize that you would make more money off those 2 upsell purchases than off all 10 of your front end purchases? Can everybody see that? Yes? Your average order value would instantly go up to $73.40. Now, that's one little upsell. That's not 5 or 6, that's one. And let me ask you guys something. If your average order value is $73.40 and your CPA is a maximum of $70, so anywhere from $50 to $70, would you agree that by adding this one upsell, we've eliminated the ability or the possibility of losing money, and we've given ourselves the chance of making a lot of money from one upsell? Can everyone see that? Yes? Okay, I see lots of yeses. Now, I understand most all of you hate upsells. I get it, right? I understand that. When I first launched the Partner with Anthony program, there was only one upsell. That was it. Nothing else, just one. More recently, I added a second one. Why did I do that? Because in order for us to continue to grow, in order for us to make enough money to cover our ad costs and still make a profit, in order for our affiliates, our partners, to make more money and to be able to make enough money to cover their advertising costs, I needed a higher average order value, okay? I needed to have something that would make a higher return from each person that went through the funnel so that our affiliates, our partners, our own ads would convert into profitability. So sometimes when you look at a funnel and you see somebody with 5 upsells, right? And you get angry, what you should really be doing is research, saying, why do they have 5 upsells? What are these 5 upsells? How could 5 upsells help my business? Now, I will tell you right now that I have learned, okay, and I mean, look, I've tried it a million different ways. I have learned that upsells anger people, right? People hate an upsell. They despise being sold again after they bought something. How many of you have heard the whole mantra of, why didn't you just tell me everything I needed up front? Then I wouldn't have had to buy anything else. I could have made the decision, blah, 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 blah. Well, it's because if we told you everything you needed up front, you probably wouldn't buy, right? That's the reality, is you would talk yourself out of buying it. Upsells, and this is some notes you should take, okay? I'm gonna build your upsell for you for this, but this is some notes, okay? Notes on upsells, okay? Number 1, it should support the front end purchase. Okay, what does that mean? That means that you shouldn't have an upsell, okay? Like, for instance, the course that we're building for you guys to sell is about email marketing. Can anybody tell me what would support email marketing? Like, what are some supporting things we could sell that would enhance or help someone with their email marketing? Can anybody give me some ideas? Okay, all right. Done for you funnels. So done for you lead capture funnels. Makes sense. What else? Okay. Done for you lead magnets. That makes sense. Okay. Traffic. Sources. All right. That seems to be the main thing. Okay, so all three of these things would be accurate. Now, let me ask you something. If I sold you a course that taught you email marketing, and I did not give you any lead capture funnels, couldn't you still go do email marketing? Yes or no? I see the yeses fly. Of course you can. You don't have to have the done for you funnels in order for this to work. What about lead magnets? Can you not get your own, build your own? If I teach you how to do it in the course, is it necessary for me to do it for you? Yes or no? No, exactly. What about traffic sources? There's no obligation to give people traffic in order to teach them how to send emails, right? So would you all agree that these products support the front end product, but they are not required? And this is the most important part. You see, people hate when you try to sell them a second product, okay? And when you're doing that, you're telling them that what they just purchased from you will not work without this second product, right? People hate that, and you would too, and I hate that. That's not the right way to do upsells. That's not the right way to do OTOs. To basically tell people, thanks for giving me your hard-earned money, thanks for believing and trusting in me and buying our product. Now, by the way, if you don't buy this, what you just bought isn't going to work. No, that is a terrible approach. But that would fall into the category of, I wish you had told me everything I needed up front. Well, usually when I start off an upsell pitch, right, I tell people, these are things that are not necessary. These are things that you could do on your own, or you can shortcut it and I'll just do them for you. There are things I'm getting ready to teach you how to do in the course you just bought. Does that make sense to everybody? So usually you'll find done for you stuff is golden. Anything that can be considered done for you, okay? Because humans by nature are lazy, right? I mean, it is what it is. Even those of us that are super motivated and super all of this, like we would still rather have somebody do it for us, right? I mean, at the end of the day, that's what we do. So, done for you approach works really, really well with your upsells, okay? Second thing is they should always cost more than the front end product. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Look, when somebody comes through the door and they say yes and they give you $7, they give you $97, whatever, they now are saying, I believe in you, right? And you've set a value of whatever on that front end product. You now need to raise that bar. You need your second product to cost more money. It needs to be a higher investment, okay, in order for you to really make this work, because a small percentage of people will buy the upsells, okay? You're not going to get this huge percentage, okay? So if you want to be able to double your average order value, right, you've got to have a product priced at a price point that gets you a good bit of money off of a small number of people, okay? So your product should always cost more, okay, than your initial product. Number 3, it should never compete with your front end product. Okay, now what does that mean? Well, what that means is that if your front end product's about email marketing, okay, the last thing we want to do as an upsell is say, hey, and here's this awesome way to make money on Instagram. Wait a minute, I thought I just bought this course that was teaching me how to make money on email marketing. Now you're upselling me a course on how to make money on Instagram. Well, that's not supportive, okay, right? It's actually the anti of that. It's competitive, because people are looking at, when they look at trying to make money on the internet, they look at like one or two, like they're trying to say, do I want to try to make money with Facebook or with Instagram or with Amazon or with YouTube or with, you know, email marketing or affiliate marketing or, you know, e-commerce. What you don't do is try to sell them something as an upsell that competes with or makes them question, should I have even bought the first thing that I bought? Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, look, I know I'm giving you a little more in-depth training on this. I've got the page already built out for you. I'm going to give it to you. The reason I'm doing this is mainly because I want to train you on how to create upsells that make sense. Because for homework, I'm going to have you create one, right? Just the pitch, just the idea, not the actual product. I'm going to create the product for you. But I'm going to get ideas from you based on this training. Because one of the great things that you guys have access to is each other. You see, I'm not a student at your level, right? And of course, some of you, you're all at different levels, but like, I haven't been a newbie to email marketing in 15 years. Now I kind of know what you want. I know what you want to learn. I know what you need, but the way that you're thinking right now is the exact way that your customers will be thinking when you launch this funnel in this business. So you have the unique opportunity to legitimately know what's going on in your customers' minds. So if you share that with me, I think I can make an even better version of what we're doing for you. And that's the reason why I'm teaching you this. So your upsell should always support the purchase, but people should know it's not required to succeed. They should always cost more than the front end product, okay? They should never compete with the front end product, all right? So those are the most important bullet points, right? Now let's take a quick look. Sophie and Chloe are in full effect today, okay? They're in full effect. All right, we've created this for you. Let's just get the funnel out there, hold on. OT. All right, here we go. So we've created this for you, all right? First things first, the opt-in page, okay? Which again, you just look right up here. If I can get it over there. There it is. Everything in green. Opt-in page to a thank you page, okay? Opt-in page to a thank you page, all right? Got to have a lead magnet, as it says right here, which is a free book. We've already done this part for you. Look, opt-in page, free book, goes to a thank you page, all right? Thank you page gives people the free book. Also says, watch my list building training. This link right here goes to the sales page. This is your sales page. Now, I bought a sales page from a student. Let's see. Right here. Okay. So I bought a sales page from a student. All right. It's right here. You get access to this sales page. You can see Bernie built this, so you can make that change. You get this page right here, completely free tonight on the Success Connection. So I've already got this thing ready to go for you. I also went in and wrote the copy, okay, for my version of the sales page. You can see it right here. You'll get this tonight, right? This is literally the copy. This is the copy that I would use to sell this particular course. And you can also see I misspelled enroll, so I might need to fix that. But this is the copy, okay? So the copy is done. All you've got to do is literally log in and use it, okay? So think about it. You've got the opt-in. They go here, they get their free book. They click, wait, I want to learn this. They click it, boom, they go to the sales page. Now they go to an upsell, OTO1, okay? So where is that? Well, I built that page out for you right here. All right, now, when you look at this page, there's something on this page and there's something happening on this page that you don't see, okay? You'll notice we always have a button at the top that says, attention, you need to watch this in order to complete your order. This is because ultimately you want people to go to your thank you page, because on that thank you page, they get access information. So what you don't want people to do is see this and just run scared. You're like, nope, you're trying to sell me something else, I'm leaving, right? So we always put a button up at the top that gets their attention and tells them, stop, don't leave this page, okay? You'll also notice there's nothing, it doesn't look like there's anything there, just a video. Your upsells usually have timed buy buttons. Let me show you what that means, okay? Timed buy buttons. So if you go to edit this page, which we're giving you this page tonight, notice what all is here on this page, okay? Interestingly enough, you don't see any of this when you actually load this page. It's because it's timed. So we go here. If we look at, say, for instance, this, you click this little gear, go over here to animation, you'll notice it says fade in 12 minutes. What I'm going to do is turn the fade off for all of these, okay? So that you can see the whole thing when designing, all right? So you just go to advanced animation, none. All right, so you click on each one of these, see no thanks, advanced animation, no animation, right? And then I'm going to save it. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. All right, should show up here now. There we go. This is what an actual upsell page really looks like once the buy button pops. The whole point of this is to make people watch the video, not just click the links, okay? Now, you'll notice it says content goes here, link goes here. Usually, I'll put some kind of little paragraph under this supporting why somebody should join. And you can see we've got an upgrade my order link. This is not linked right now to anything. It'll be linked to the order form for your upsell. But watch what happens when people click no thanks. Watch this. We use the little pop-up, okay? And basically what we do is we re-pitch this. We basically say something different, right? Whatever this upsell is, like, please wait. You know, instead of 10 done for you pages for $197, would you like 5 for $97? Right? Just so you have something. Think about that. So if it were done for you opt-in pages, what we might do is if somebody said no, we might offer them less pages for less money to see if we could get them to say yes. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. Not everybody has the $197 for 10 pages. But if you don't offer another option, then you're not able to help the people that can't afford that $197. Okay? Which is why we do this. And then what we do is we say, click here for yes, which takes them to the order form. Click here for no, which takes them to the thank you page. Now, I have also built you the thank you page, and it is available for you tonight too, order confirmed. And you're about to see how crazy this thank you page is. There's nothing there. The reason that there's nothing there is because for the time being, we're going to leave this blank. Once we complete phase 3 of your full stack business, this thank you page becomes a huge pitch for phase 3. Not a pitch to sell them something, but a pitch to get them on the training for phase 3. Remember, phase 3 is the monetization phase. This is where we would sell a higher ticket product. This is where we would give them access to register for a webinar that might be happening in 7 days, right? Give them time to get in and use this course, but we would use this page to register them for that webinar. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes? Okay, I see lots of yeses. So remember, 3 phases on this. 3 phases. Phase 1 is done for you already. Opt-in page, thank you page, free book. Phase 2, sales page, OTO page, thank you page, all done, right? Now, what we've got to focus on is 2 things. Building the product that we're selling in phase 1 and building the product that we're selling in phase 2, right? Well, building the product that we're selling on the front end and the upsell in phase 2. I've got to work on those products. But what I want to know is, what is a good upsell for an email marketing course? If we're selling a course that teaches email marketing strategies, what are some good upsells, right? Based on the notes that I gave you, what are some good upsells? So I thought to myself, I mean, I know what some good upsells are, but I want to teach. Remember, I told you, starting is better than learning and trying to be great, right? So I thought about this and I said, I wonder if next week, number 1, I could give you, what if I give you my upsell for your phone, okay? So basically, I'm going to build something out that's an upsell for your funnel. But what if we have a contest between you guys? All you got to do is build an upsell page. Okay, that's the OTO page. And come up with the offer. So it's not just the page, it's the offer. What are we offering? Offer and price. So what are we offering? 10 done for you funnels, right? 3 traffic sources, free lead magnets. What are we offering? Okay. What are we offering and how much is it? Okay. Then I want you to post those in the group and tag Anthony, look, okay? And I'm gonna buy for $150 each these opt-in pages next week, okay? Now, remember I told you start, don't just think about starting. If you do this, I will also buy more sales pages. Okay, so I've given you one. Okay, I bought Bernie's last week. I asked you guys to redo some because I really just didn't see any that were great. I saw some decent ones, but what I'm thinking now is, can you tie your sales page in with your upsell? Meaning, can you come up with a really good upsell that might require changing a little bit on your front end page? I don't know. So maybe it's better to buy them all next week. Listen, if you guys will put the effort in, I'm going to do all this for you anyway, right? But if you will put the effort in, do you know how much money you can make doing this stuff? Like, it's just unbelievable. Abby, you should go look at Abby's post in the Success Connection group. She's got like thousands of people on her email list. I think her largest list is almost 10,000 people now, right? And what's amazing about that, okay, what's crazy, awesome, and amazing is that Abby is using the free resources that I have given you. She says it in the group. So if you will just use this stuff, I'm telling you, there's money to be made and you can make it, but you've got to actually use the stuff that I build you and you've got to participate, right? That's why I incentivize you to participate. Kind of makes sense, right? All right, so next week, giving you the upsell that I build for you. I'm going to buy your upsell ideas, complete with pages. And I'm going to buy more sales pages. Tonight, I've got to give you some of your assets because, of course, it's that time. So this is your Success Connection Student Resource Center. If you've never seen this before, I'm going to give you a link to it in a second, okay? Real quick, if you need to learn more about Partner with Anthony, we mentioned it a few times, this is the link to it. This is the link to join our Facebook group. You should join that Facebook group right now, immediately, when I give you this link, okay? This is where you can post this homework and possibly get paid for some of your work, okay? This is how you can follow me on YouTube. If you're not following me, you're missing out on some good education, not only on what I'm teaching, but on what I'm doing on YouTube. You should be following me. All you got to do is click this button. It takes 3 seconds, okay? ClickFunnels. I'm sure you're all aware of this. We built this in ClickFunnels. All these pages that I'm giving you tonight, you know, you get this page tonight, 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 and then all of these pages in here tonight for free. But to get those, you have to have ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels, you can get a completely free trial to it right now. If you click this link right here on this page, you can get a free trial for 2 weeks. You can use ClickFunnels completely free, cost you nothing. Get in, start using the funnels that we built for you, and start really building things out and following along and participating with us, right? So get ClickFunnels tonight if you don't have it. Then the next step, scroll all the way to the bottom. Well, not all the way to the bottom page, but down to the bottom of all these things. And you'll see right here, okay? Your free book, your opt-in page, your thank you page, your sales page, your OTO page, all of it is right here. One funnel, so you don't have to download a bunch of funnels. You literally just click this download button right here, and you get all, look, you get all of these pages right here, all of them. You get every one of them when you click this one button, okay? Then, of course, you want the 4 steps to a profitable email list ebook, right? Because obviously you need that. We've got that available for you. You click that download button, boom, it's yours. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes? Now, we've also built a ton of other businesses. As you scroll up through here, you'll see all these download buttons. As I told you, it doesn't matter when you become a student, we always give you access to everything. So you still get access to all these download buttons, but I do turn these buttons off at midnight tonight. That means you need to go to this page, join our group, get ClickFunnels, and get all of these funnels downloaded tonight before midnight. Why do I do that? For those of you that are new, because people give the link to this page out, and then I have other people getting my resources that are not my students, and I don't want that to happen. So I limit it by breaking the links at midnight. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, very good. Now, you obviously need the link and the password to this page so you can get your assets, download the new sales page with the copy that I wrote for you, download the OTO page, get to work on your homework, post stuff in the group, and really get things rocking, right? So what is the link and how do you get here? Real simple. This is the link right here, all right? It's go.thsc.com/funnel, and the password for tonight, START, S-T-A-R-T, START. Why would the password be START? Because again, it's better to start than to sit around trying to be great and never get started. So it just made sense to me. So all you got to do is go to that link, go.thsc.com/funnel, put in the password START, S-T-A-R-T. That's going to take you straight to this resource page. You can get ClickFunnels, join our Facebook group, make your posts, do your homework, download all these free funnels, and make sure that you are doing something, not just watching us do things, right? There's 20,000 people in our Facebook group waiting to help you. 20,000 people. They have no excuse to not get started. No excuse to not be doing. No excuse to not be implementing, other than you're simply not doing it by your own choice. And that is not a very good excuse, right? So I want you to do this. I want you to be successful. I want 2020 to be the year that changes everything for you. And I think you do too, or you wouldn't be here. You'd be watching football right now, right? You can be successful, but you've got to put forth the effort. Nobody's going to do it for you. I'll do a lot of it with you and a good portion of it for you, but I can't do it all for you. I can't make you implement, right? But I'm doing my best to incentivize you to implement. So go to the link that you see on your screen right now, okay? Obviously, go.vsc.com/funnel, put in the password START, S-T-A-R-T, and get started. Listen, I look forward to seeing you all here next week, same place, same time on the Success Connection. Guys, have a great weekend, a safe weekend, a fun weekend. It's opening weekend for the 2020 football season, so go Saints. Sorry for everybody else that's not a Saints fan. And you know where I'll be Sunday afternoon. I'm going to be watching the Saints rock and roll, and I'm super excited about it. I'm pumped for football season this year, but I'm equally as pumped about the opportunity that all of us have to succeed and to crush it with this training, with this full stack business, and with everything that I am building for you right now. So please, please, please take action, make it happen, do it for yourself. Nobody's going to do it for you, but I'll sure as heck push you as hard as I can to do it with me, right? So go to that link, go.vsc.com/funnel, put in the password START, get all of your assets, get ClickFunnels, get in our Facebook group, and I'll see you all here next week, same place, same time on the Success Connection. Take care, everybody. Good night.